Hi there, my name is Karina, and today I'm doing my persuasive argument, and I'd like to start by defining the problem. The problem is that Ohio has very weak, outdated animal abuse laws, and I'm talking about the companion animals, not the farm animals. And who's this affect? Well, I said it was animal abuse, so it affects animals. This is companion animals. Now, companion animals are the animals that are domesticated that you keep in your home, such as dog or cat, and it can apply to ferrets and rabbits and other small pocket pets, such as gerbils. Now, when does animal abuse happen? Well, it happens randomly. It happens all throughout the state, any time of day or night. Usually this happens when no one's around. There's generally no witnesses. And what causes it? Well, the hand of man causes it, the hand. So basically a hand causes it. Because it's the human race that's hurting the animals. Now, there are quite a few solutions. First of all, we can choose to do nothing. It's an option. We can do nothing at all. Continue to let animal abuse be a misdemeanor in the first offense and let the abuse go on, which is not an option, in my opinion. Or we could choose to make the old law eye for an eye, type thing. You beat an animal, hurt an animal, starve an animal. That's what happens to you in the court of law. But I don't think the legislators will go for that because it's considered inhumane for the animal, and especially be inhumane for the human to do that. So how are we going to solve this problem? Well, right now there's Dick Goddard, and what he's trying to do is he's been rallying with the animals for years. I mean, he's been doing this for like 40 years. Now, those of you who don't know who Dick Goddard is, he's basically a news anchor and an animal advocate, and you can see him on News Channel 8. He's trying to make this law called the Ohio Goddard Law, which is also called Law HB 274. So that's what that's going to do is for the companion animals again. He is going to, under his law, under Dick Goddard's law, it would be a felony of the 5th degree on the first offense for anyone who knowingly causes serious physical harm to a companion animal. Serious physical harm is defined to mean physical harm that carries a substantial risk of death. Physical harm that involves either partial, total, or permanent incapability, or physical harm involves acute pain and results in substantial suffering that involves a degree of prolonged and inacceptable pain. And the thing is, this can be difficult to prove. It's considered circumstantial evidence. So basically, what this is saying, what this law is basically saying is currently in Ohio, you can starve, beat, torture, suffocate, choke, burn, drown, hang, hoard, kick, torture, neglect, or abandon, stab, shoot, starve, or poison, throw away, or fight a dog and only get a slap on the wrist. So in other words, you will not do any jail time for your first offense misdemeanor, nor will you receive any significant fines. You may or may not get a fine, but it won't be significant. Now, with the Dick Goddard's law, with the first offense, making it the 5th degree, then basically you'll receive jail time. You receive a permanent mark on your record, which, receiving a permanent mark on your record will definitely reflect on your life, because if an abuser spends many months in jail, they'll lose their job, they'll get behind on bills, and face a criminal record. That's a big deal. Just knowing the penalties for this type of crime will help to prevent it from happening in the future, because no one wants to be seen as an ex-prison person, especially when you tell someone your crime is hitting an animal. So basically, by making the first offense a jailable time, it will definitely change the thoughts of the humans here in Ohio. Because basically abuse, of animals just isn't right. Why isn't it right? You may say, well, it's not right because animals, they feel no difference in there is no difference in how an animal feels pain in comparison to how humans feel pain. So at this time, what I would like to say is that this law really should go into effect because people hurt animals. People are the ones who make animals hurt. A law will not be feared by a violator if the law is not serious, such as it is not a serious law at this time. And if it were to become serious by becoming a felony, then you'll see a great reduction in animal abuse, and you'll see these animals stop suffering. So therefore, Ohioans should not allow animal abuse to be punished as a misdemeanor for many reasons. First of all, the person doing the crime must do the time. They must pay via jail time or fees so they can learn the difference between right and wrong. The violator must know what they have done wrong and face the consequences. The person doing the crime is very likely to do it again if no actions are taken and they're not learning through jail time or large fees. Now, jail can't always be all that bad. A lot of the times, the jail will educate the person in the difference between right and wrong. They'll have many lessons for the violator, like how to correct their behavior and such. So, like I said, sentencing animal abusers as a felony reduce animal abuse and save lives. If an abuser spends many months in jail, they will definitely think about the crime they did, and they'll consider getting an stuffed animal rather than an animal if they have an anger problem. I didn't have any pictures of animal abuse, but this is just a picture of what a skinned cat would look like. Now, skinning has been known to happen because people are just not that nice. So the people of Ohio have a right to demand the change of the law, animal abuse from being a misdemeanor to a felony. This can be done in many ways. Well, first of all, an Ohioan can write the Senate and the President to help stop animal abuse and begin to protect the animal. Now, what the fathers suggest that we do is we basically can rally legislation, so we can basically go to Cleveland, which is the biggest city around here, and we can petition to get this law enacted, which, as I said, is HB 274, the Dick Goddard law. And you can also write your representative, which is Bill Patman of District 10. He suggests writing him, and also Representative Barbara Sears, and she's in District 47, and you can find your Ohio state legislators on the internet, and you can also write them or fax them or call them and let them know how you feel and why you feel this way. It's best to write letters because they are more personal, although faxes and email work well. So that about sums it up. So please, Ohioans, don't let animals continue to be injured and hurt in silence, because animals don't have a voice. They need us to stand up for them and protect them from those who choose to do mean things. So write your congressman and let them know. Thanks.